Hi folks, I'm in a park in Fish Creek preparing for my Wilson's Prom overnight camping trip. Now I'm just going from Tidal River to Oberon Way, which I think is only about 10 kilometres. I shouldn't say only, it's 10 kilometres. It should take me about 2 to 2.5 hours of hiking non-stop. So I'm just going for one overnight trip. Now I wanted to show you what I'm going to take, and this is pretty typical of what I would take except for maybe the food, just because I've been in a bit of a rush and I haven't put a lot of thought into it. But I also want to explain just how easy it can be to prepare for one of these things and how much you don't really need to overthink stuff. So today is a little windy. It's going to be about 36 degrees. So I'm going to it's about 11:50 now. I'm thinking I might just wait out until the afternoon, and that will mean that hopefully the sun will be a bit lower and it won't be as stinking hot. Because it's going to be so warm, I'm not going to take as much clothing as I normally would on a trip, but I am going to still take the essentials such as my rain jacket, which I take on every single hiking trip, no matter what. I don't care what the weather says. I'm going to take my rain jacket because that is my safety. So basically what I'm wearing right now is just a singlet and some ridiculous like frilly shorts. These aren't even sports shorts. I'm a bit sad because I don't have any with me. I'm going to be wearing my Patagonia sun top over the top. I'm going to be wearing my Ultra Trail Runners and a pair of just longer socks. Normally I would have little gaiters over the top of my sneakers just to keep the sand out, but I don't have them with me. I use Dirty Girl gaiters and they're fabulous. So basically that's what I'm wearing. Then what I'm going to take in my pack as extra clothing, I'm going to take a pair of long, really lightweight just tracksuit pants. Normally I would take leggings, but because it's so hot, I'm just going to take these pants because they're going to be a little bit more flexible. I'm going to have a extra singlet that I'm going to wear to bed. Basically when I get to camp, I just get in my pajamas. So I'm going to get into these pants. I'm going to put this singlet on, no bra. I'm going to wear this long sleeve smart wool top when it gets cold. And then usually I would take a fleece and a puffy in normal weather, but because it's so hot, I'm just going to take a fleece vest. And then, yeah, if it gets super cold, I'll just put a rain jacket over the top, and that will be plenty because I'll also have my sleeping bag. What I'm also taking on this trip is a little towel, which again, I would not normally take something this big, but I'll probably be spending a fair bit of time in the ocean. So I think that will be valuable for this overnighter. I'm taking a spare pair of underwear because if I do swim, I'm just going to swim my sports bra and my underwear, and that's going to be my dry pair of underwear for tonight. I'm taking this to sleep. I love having like a little eye patchy thing over my eyes when I sleep. This is a little fleece pillowcase that's going to go over my pillow. So all of this stuff goes in my clothing bag. Sun gloves I'm going to wear. These are my Outdoor Research sun gloves that I absolutely love, so I'll put those to the side. My handkerchief I will just put straight into my pocket. I love having a handkerchief. I don't want to take lots of tissues. Hanky is wonderful. And then this is my pee rag. So this is also going to just be on the side of my pack so that when I pee, I am not having to get my underwear wet, and because that really bugs me. So that is clothing. Okay. Hope that helps. Now we're going to get into food. So this is a bit ridiculous because this is not normally what I would pack, but just to show you how basic it can be. So I'm going to have lunch before I leave, and that is going to consist of a sausage roll and sauce because I am in Australia right now and I love sausage rolls. I'm also going to chug a banana before I go, and that is just weight I will not have to carry. For dinner tonight, this is a bit of a mistake already, I can see. So I bought this salad roll and I opted for tomato and beetroot, which is such a no-no when you're not eating something straight away, but I really like it, and it was a bit of a impulse purchase. So that is going to be a big soggy mess and I might rethink that. But basically, if I eat that before I go, I'm just going to get another chicken roll without all the salad in it. I'm going to take For like snacks, usually I would take a big packet of Pringles, but I just had these two shake packets. They're just chips, crisps, whatever you want to call them. So I'm just going to have them as a little like late afternoon snack. Tomorrow morning, this is a mess because I don't really have my stove. Well, I don't have my stove. So what I've got for breakfast is a leftover hot cross bun. And I have these oat slice bars. So I got a packet of 6. I'm gonna have 5 in my food bag and then 1 in my bum bag, which I will show you. Crucial element, I got these gummy lollies. I love gummy lollies. I feel like they're the best thing to have just as a quick like sugar kind of hit. And also when it's hot and you just don't feel like eating something like chips because it's just like too salty and you just want something easy. These are the best. So I always get a packet of gummy lollies, whatever they are. Then I have a few apples, which I'll probably eat one before I leave and take 2. And 2 candy canes and another random granola bar. So that is my food. This is not the most well thought out food prep, but it's what I have and it will get me through and I'll be alive at the end. So that's the most important. Water wise, I'm going to take, so I just brought this 2-litre dromedary. The problem with the place I'm going is that there's no water. So I need to think about how much water I'm going to need on the hike today, then when I get to camp, and then for tomorrow morning. So I'm going to have this 2-litre dromedary that I'm going to hopefully try to drink all of while I'm hiking. Then I'm going to have 1.5 litres for when I get to camp, and this is going to have to last me the whole evening. I don't have my stove, so I don't have to use any water for cooking, so that's beneficial. And then we're going to have 1.5 litres tomorrow to get out. So 5 litres in total. I think on such a hot day, I think it could be excessive, but we'll see. I'll give a little report. Okay, that's water and food. Toiletries. Now, this doesn't also need to be too overthought. Like I tend to take more than I need, but I think everything in this bag is essential. So obviously sunscreen is 100% necessary. I'm going to take this bug spray, even though it's kind of empty and it might end up running out. But those 2 elements, I think, considering where I'm going on the beach, is going to be 100% necessary. Painkillers. I've got, what do you call it, if I get allergic? So I love to take wet wipes because I just prefer that if there's not going to be any toilet paper. There might be, but I'm not sure. If you take wipes, I pack them out. I don't put them in a drop toilet. I don't bury them in the soil, even if they're flushable ones. I take a Ziploc bag and I just pack them out because it's much better for the environment that way. Then I have got lip balm, toothbrush, a tiny little toothpaste. Deodorant is debatable. I'm going to take it because it's not a through hike and it's a luxury item that I'm just going to allow myself this time. I've got this Bepanthen antiseptic cream, which isn't in my first aid kit, just because it's something that I use all the time. I put it on my lips. It's really good for burns. It's good for chafing. So that is that. I've got some cream if I get muscle cramps, which I already do in my shoulder somehow just from driving today. So I have that with me. I've got sports tape, which is wonderful for preventing blisters. This I put on to any hot spot on my feet. I should probably start with this because I know exactly where I get my blisters, but this is a #1 essential, and it also is not in my first aid kit because it's more of a preventative that I should put on before I need it. Then I have my earplugs, I have my mouth guard for sleeping. I have this amazing little tool that I got in Germany. I don't know if they sell them anywhere else, but it's basically for mosquito bites. So you could just take some Soothe or whatever cream if you need, or something fancy like that. I have dental floss, which absolutely is essential. I have, this is a mosquito net, which is probably overkill, and I highly doubt I would wear it unless I was literally in a swarm of mosquitoes, but I had it with me, so I'm going to take it. I've got a hair tie in case I need it. I've got some magnesium tablets to just help me sleep if I'm struggling. And then I just have some cream for my hands because I have some dry hands at the moment. And that is it. That is what is in my toiletry bag. And I think I will do another video on my first aid kit just because there's a lot of items in there. So relatively easy. I do have all my like tent, sleeping pad, ground sheet, blow up pillow and sleeping bag in my pack, and I will do a little video of how I'm going to pack this all together. So hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll see you soon.